Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I am going to be dyeing my hair this colour. This one is by L'Oreal. This one is the L'Oreal Preference number 7 Vienna Blonde. In my opinion this is more of like a dark blonde hair colour. So number 7 usually just means it's like a neutral colour. It's not too warm, not too ashy, which is what I tend to go for. And this is the current state of my hair. As you guys can see, I've got a variety of colors on my scalp. So I've got obviously my root color, which is almost like a level 2, and the hair just above the root is pretty much more like maybe a 6 or 7, and towards the ends I've got a combination of like 8, 9 and 10, like just really light blonde. I am not a hairdresser. This is just like something I've been doing for quite some time, so I'm quite familiar with how my hair works and how it interacts with certain products. So there is a little color chart here at the back that will probably give me a rough idea of what my hair is going to look like. Highly doubt it's going to come out like that, but at least it's giving me a rough idea. My roots are probably going to be like a, I don't know, like a dirty blonde, light brown color, and the mids should probably be like this. Alright, so this video is going to be a little bit in depth, so if you guys just want to see the application process, here's a timestamp. If you guys would like to see the end result and just my final thoughts and opinions, again, timestamp there. In case you miss anything, everything down in the description box down below. Okay, so I got this from Priceline, which is basically a pharmacy drugstore here in Australia. This is a readily available brand in Australia, so you can pretty much find it anywhere. So you've got instructions, you have got the peroxide, and then you've also got the actual hair color. You've got the after conditioner, which I don't tend to use. I will show you guys what I will use after. I've also got these really cool black gloves. I really like this particular range because they have black gloves. I mean, it doesn't really affect the results. It's just I like how it looks. One thing I do really like as well is that they have this. This is like the shine elixir thing. So you just add it to the color and it's supposed to give your hair sort of like a really nice, shiny, healthy effect. Whether or not it does anything to actually prevent damage in your hair, I have no idea, but I just really like using this. Now, obviously you can just follow the instructions and just pop everything in here and then give it a shake and then apply it onto your roots. I don't really find it's very precise, so I'm gonna go ahead and just use a bowl and brush. So yeah, I'm just gonna go hop off camera and do the back and the sides of my head. I'd show you, but I don't have like appropriate mirrors and stuff to show you. But I will come back and show you guys how I apply pretty much on the lengths of my hair to give that sort of like ombre effect. Okay, so I've done like the back of my head, and now I'm going to do pretty much the front of my head. So I'm going to do like the sideburns first, and then I'll work my way through the center. That's just how I have learned how to do my own hair, and I feel like it's the most effective. Obviously because my hair is very short here on the sides, I can't really sort of like just focus on the roots, and I don't really mind because I always get a really short haircut anyway, so if this gets really damaged, whatever, it's just gonna be cut off. Normally at this stage when my hair is this long, I usually get a haircut, but because of the current situation, so I'm currently filming this video during lockdowns here in Melbourne for the coronavirus, I haven't been able to get a haircut. Normally I get it cut like every 4-6 weeks, but I think we're on like the 6-week mark now, and I think I've got another 4 weeks before I can even see a hairdresser to actually get this cut. So hence why I'm going a little bit darker, that way I can mask any banding or any unevenness in my hair. And by the way, I actually ended up using all of the peroxide and the color just because I realized it wasn't enough. So with this particular hair dye, I forgot this is more of a gel, so I feel like gels don't go as far as opposed to like your other cream colors. I think cream colors, they tend to go a lot further. Alright, now I'm going to move on to the lengthy bit of my hair. So again, I'm going to go for sort of like this ombre kind of look. So again, concentrating onto the roots because that's where I really want most of the color change, and then just sort of like streak it up. I don't really have a particular method. Towards the back of my head, I'll bring it up a little bit higher, just because if you look at people with naturally like lighter ends, the back part of their head tends to be a lot darker, and then the front bit tends to be lighter. So here at the front, I'll only kind of like just do closer to the roots and just like lightly fade, whereas the back I will fade all the way, almost all the way up. and then just repeat the process. So I like to go back on both sides just to be very sure that I've got enough product covering the hair. Another reason why I like doing this method is because, as you guys can see, my hair has got like different tones as well, like here. Every time I do use a hair color, it does lift it a tiny bit, so that when I do eventually bleach my hair, chances of banding are not as high. I'll still probably get it, but it's not as bad. That's just from my experience. Ooh, one last thing, if you guys are doing this hair color on yourself pretty much like the way I'm doing it, for your dark roots, I don't recommend using a bag, because that's just going to speed up the process and you're probably going to end up with like ginger roots. Again, something I've learned throughout these. Okay, so 15 minutes has gone by and I've just checked on the roots, and I feel like the roots are pretty good. They're at a stage that I'm pretty happy with. So I'm just going to wash this out, and then I'm going to pop on the hair mask, and I'm going to share with you guys some of my favorite products that I use after I color my hair. Okay, so I've just washed my hair, and now I've got this hair mask in my hair. This one is from Fanola. This one is their Fiber Fix Bond Connector number 2. It's basically a sealing cream, really good for after coloring, bleaching, that sort of thing. So you can kind of think of it as like Olaplex, just really handy to have after you've just done stuff to your hair. I really like this. It's one of my favorite products to use. Unfortunately, this is a trade only product. I got this through PR, but other products that you can use from Fanola that will do a very similar thing. Like, I feel like after you've just colored or bleached your hair, you need to put something in there to repair it. Another product that I'd recommend from Fanola is the restructuring mask. So this is basically your typical protein hair mask that's just going to help rebuild the fibers in your hair. If you find that a little bit too drying, I do recommend something else from Fanola that has a little bit more hydration as well as protein. This one is the Botigen, I think that's how you pronounce it, Botigen hair ritual bottle life mask. So yeah, protein and moisture, really handy. So yeah, I'd recommend those. If you guys live in Australia and you guys would like to purchase these masks, definitely check out Fanola Australia's website. I do have a discount code which will be linked on the screen and down in the description box down below. It gives you 10% off all your orders, and yes, it does help me out a bit. You don't have to use that code, but I'd seriously appreciate it if you guys did. So I tend to leave the mask on my hair for at least 10 minutes. So at this point I just kind of like just watch a show, and then I'm going to wash it out and then style it, and then give you guys like my final thoughts and opinions on the color itself. Ta-da! This is the final result, and I am pretty happy with how my hair has turned out. And this is definitely the sort of like undertone and the color depth that I was hoping for, and I kind of knew that my hair wasn't going to turn out like this color, because yeah, this one kind of looks a little bit cooler in the photo, whereas in person I feel like my hair is actually a little bit warmer, which I'm not complaining about. I actually really wanted a little bit of warmth back in my hair, just because with my complexion and whatnot, I feel like slightly, and I mean slightly, not like golden, slightly golden hues complement my skin tone really well. And if I turn my hair like this, I think on camera this bit's starting to look a little bit very orangey golden on camera, but I feel like in person it's not actually that color. To me it just kind of reminds me of normal dark blonde hair, like naturally occurring dark blonde hair. I've got a couple of friends with that kind of hair color, and I feel like it's just very similar in tone. I did end up running a little bit of the extra color on the ends of my hair while it was still wet, only for like 2 minutes, just to absorb a tiny bit of color, just so that the hue would be a little bit similar to what it is on the root, and I think it looks really good. Alright, so there you guys go. That is my little review and demonstration of this hair color from L'Oreal, and how I do a little bit of a shadow root at home. If you guys would like to see my other hair sort of like videos, I will link them down in the description box down below. Also the eye on the screen in case you guys are interested. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.